The CDC is reporting that since the year 1999, drug addiction-related deaths in the United States have quadrupled. So this is a huge topic right now. Joining me now is Dr. Emily Lazenby, and she's with MedPlex Inc. So, Dr. Lazenby, what's the biggest thing you want people to know about addiction?
What I'd like people to know is that with opiate dependency, anyone can be affected. We treat men and women from all walks of life, and many of them, when they come to us, feel very ashamed and alone, but there's help. And I think it's so rewarding to be able to take a person that's in a very difficult point in their life and be able to offer them a way to turn things around.
And so opiate addiction is still on the rise.
Absolutely. In the U.S., there's been some recent new attention from the presidential administration, setting aside new funds and changing some limits for medications that can help. And in fact, the Surgeon General has even asked people to look at opiate dependence as more of a chronic condition like diabetes or high blood pressure.
So they've focused attention and resources on helping with addiction?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so how can people get in contact with MedPlex Inc.? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching today that this could really change their lives.
Absolutely. If you or someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at medplexinc.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian Lalo with CBS 42. The CDC is reporting that since the year 1999, drug addiction-related deaths in the United States have quadrupled. So this is a huge topic right now. Joining me now is Dr. Emily Lazenby, and she's with MedPlex Inc. So, Dr. Lazenby, what's the biggest thing you want people to know about addiction?
What I'd like people to know is that with opiate dependency, anyone can be affected. We treat men and women from all walks of life, and many of them, when they come to us, feel very ashamed and alone, but there's help. And I think it's so rewarding to be able to take a person that's in a very difficult point in their life and be able to offer them a way to turn things around. Someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at medplexinc.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian Lalo with CBS 42.
Hi, I'm Devron Smith with Steel City Realty Group in Trussville. Are you thinking of buying or selling a home in the Birmingham area? What about a career in real estate? Call or text me and let's get started today.
With a disaster, a little compassion can go a long way. One of our clients, a retired firefighter, a man who dedicated his life to helping and serving others, lost his own home in a fire. We searched through the rubble and managed to salvage one precious thing, his original firefighter's uniform. The look on his face, it's a moment I'll never forget. It's why we do what we do.
We are Paul Davis!
I am Paul Davis, and I am a difference maker.
That's it. Swing all the way through, going forward and all the way back. There you go. Whoa. There you go. Woo!
That's tough.
Yeah.
For him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Drive your hips up. Good. Back with your legs.
I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got peace, got war and peace inside my DNA. I got power, poison, pain, and joy inside my DNA. I got loyalty inside my DNA. I got
Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Pell City, Alabama, as the Clay-Chalkville Cougars have rolled down Interstate 20 to take on the Pell City Panthers. This year's contest is going to be a little different. The Cougars have dominated the Panthers for a long time in recent history, but these are not the same Panthers, as an old familiar face has rolled back into the area in the name of Rush Probst. What he has done, as we understand it, has gotten the Pell City Panthers together recently, and they do not look like quite the same team. Pell City is coming off two tough losses, first to Moody and then subsequently to Leeds, both close contests. Pell City is believing that they have an opportunity tonight against the Cougars. Last week, the Cougars, in facing the Golden Gophers of Hueytown, came away with a 17-3 victory. However, the Cougar offense struggled mightily, and it was all special teams with a punt return, a kick return, and a field goal getting the job done for the Cougars. Clay-Chalkville's offense will come in tonight looking to get back on track and dominate as they have in recent memory. The defense for the Cougars, as usual, is basically playing lights out. This is a defense that allowed barely 8 points per game last season, and thus far this season has only allowed 1.5. They shut out Briarwood 31-0 in the aforementioned contest against Hueytown 17-3. Pell City is going to be looking to find its way through the Cougar defense, but they're going to have tough sledding. They're going to be counting on Caleb Groce, their running back, and, of course, their quarterback, Nikita Gishmanchuk, if I pronounced that correctly, getting some work in as well. The Cougars have Mario Craver on the outside with Jalen Mbakwe, the five-star recruit for Alabama, up under center. Kamari McClellan is sitting, waiting in the wings at the backup, and we expect to see him taking some snaps under center as well tonight. Aaron Osley leads a solid group of running backs. So all in all, this should be a very interesting contest. As far as Pell City goes and Rush Probst, he is no stranger to success, having dominated while he was with Hoover. Probst subsequently went to Colquitt County, Georgia, where he also won a couple of state title games before finding his way back to Alabama via Valdosta and Coosa Christian. The Cougars, led by Drew Gilmer, are looking to recreate the success in 2021, where they defeated Hueytown 46-42 at Protective Stadium for a state title. I can tell you, folks, tonight ought to be interesting indeed, and we expect great things from our Cougar football team. As far as the history of these two teams goes, I can give you the rundown of both of them throughout each one's history, and I'm pulling that up in right now. The Cougars are 13-2 overall against Pell City. One of those losses was via forfeit in 2011, with the other coming in 2007. When you look back at the history of the Cougars against Pell City, starting in 2000, the Cougars won 56-14, 31-7 the following year, 27-21 in overtime, 33-10, 35-12, 34-0, 27-6, 24-14, 52-14, 38-7, 61-0, 49-0, and last year 58-0. So it's safe to say that the Cougars have pretty much had their way, if you can call it, the House of Cats game against Pell City. We're about 8 minutes from the start of the contest, and we'll be right back. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll be with you in just a few moments.
opiate addiction is still on the rise.
Absolutely. In the U.S., there's been some recent new attention from the presidential administration, setting aside new funds and changing some limits for medications that can help. And in fact, the Surgeon General has even asked people to look at opiate dependence as more of a chronic condition like diabetes or high blood pressure.
So they've focused attention and resources on helping with addiction?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so how can people get in contact with MedPlex Inc.? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching today that this could really change their lives.
Absolutely. If you or someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at medplexinc.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian Lalo with CBS 42.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
All right, folks, we're back. We have the captains on the field. We're going to lead off first with the Pell City Panthers since they are at home. Number 14, the tight end, Dalton Fink. The kicker, number 19, Jake Blackstone. A defensive lineman, number 73, Lance Sanderson. And number 75, Caden Aldridge, another lineman. For the Cougars, your captains this evening is number 54, Brady Phillips. He is the center. And Jamarcus Jones, number 23, our cornerback. At this time, we'd like to thank some of our fine sponsors in supporting Cougar football this season.
Your captains for this week's contest against Pell City are number 54, Brady Phillips, and number 23, Jamarcus Jones.
All right, folks, we had a little bit of an awkward moment there. I think I said the captains twice, but that's part of a video production, part of the fun that we have in doing this. We like to think that we're slicker than ESPN, and we know we're better than them too. But all that being said, we'd like to thank some of our fine sponsors for Cougar football this season. Paul Davis Restorations, North Park Baptist Church, Brett Rogers, Keller Williams Realty, M3 Performance and Physical Therapy, MedPlex Incorporated, Crosspoint Baptist Church, Discount Warehouse, Lawson State Community College, the Daniel Foundation, Ann Road Animal Hospital, Small Steps Pediatrics, Piggly Wiggly, Ace Hardware, and Marshall Family Dentistry. And now your starting lineup for Clay-Chalkville this evening. Number 3, wide receiver Marlon Compton. Number 4, wide receiver Mario Craver. Number 10, wide receiver Corey Barber. Number 9, Jay Bubba. Jalen Mbakwe at quarterback. Number 21, Ayo Aaron Osley, running back. Number 57, Jaden Jones, left tackle. Number 65, A.J. Williams, left guard. Number 54, Brady Phillips, center. Number 64, Adrian Spivey, right guard. Number 72, Jaquan McRoy at right tackle. And number 22, Bravis Cave at tight end. On defense this evening, Number 0, Rod Ivy, outside linebacker. Number 6, DJ Barber at inside linebacker. Number 7, Carlos Ivy at inside linebacker. Number 8, Dion Gunn, strong safety. Number 12, Xavier Starks, free safety. Number 42, Cadell Averett, outside linebacker. Number 20, Dion Callens, cornerback. Number 23, Jamarcus Jones, cornerback. Number 45, Patrick Smith, defensive tackle. Number 49, Avion Pickett, defensive end. And number 96, Randall Cole at nose guard. The Cougars will be receiving to start the contest. Back to receive for the Cougars. Number 16. That is Kamara Robinson, along with number 3, Marlon Compton. And Clay will have the ball to start the contest. Blackstone handling the chores for Pell City on the kickoff. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the 20-yard line. Shotgun formation. And Mbakwe is going to keep it, and he's going around the end. He turns on the Jets, and he just may have enough for a Cougar first down. We'll see where the spot is. And that one is going to move the sticks, folks. And that is a, Paul Davis, first down for the Cougars. Mbakwe looks to put it in the air. Short pass complete to number 3. And that was Marlon Compton. Pell City wraps him up quickly. Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. Cougars getting the call from the sideline. 2 men in the backfield. Two up top. 1 goes in motion, 1 at the bottom. Here's the give. Number 21 bowling his way for that extra yardage, and that is Aaron Osley. And that one is going to move the chains once again. And that is a first down for the Cougars, brought to you by Paul Davis Restorations. Ball is at the 42-yard line. There's the snap. And Jay Bubba's going up the middle, has a little bit of room before he's brought down with a shoestring tackle by number 27 of Pell City, and that is Caden Sawyer. Nonetheless, that's going to move the sticks for the Cougars, and they get into Pell City territory. And the ball is going to be spotted at the Panther 44-yard line. Cougars looking to put together a nice drive to open the contest. Fakes the handoff, puts it in the air. And that one is caught by Craver. Craver turns on the Jets. A tackle is missed. And here we go. Touchdown, Cougars. Jay Bubba puts it on a rope to Craver. And Craver accelerates right towards the scoreboard and punches it in for 6. Ellison getting set for the Brett Rogers Keller Williams PAT for tonight's contest. Here's the snap and the kick, and it's good. Folks, that is the kind of drive the Cougars have been looking for all season, and that is the kind of drive that can set the tone for the rest of the game. So hold on to your hats, folks. Clay-Chalkville has spent many a year dominating Pell City. That vaunted Cougar defense is getting ready to take the field, and it'll be exciting to see what they do against a revamped Pell City offense. Anton Ellison will come out to handle the kicking chores. And that is going to be a North Park Baptist Church kickoff coming up from the 40-yard line. Pell City has a couple of guys back deep there. Number 29. And got the TV camera. Okay, that's number 1. So Joe Berry and Marquise Bedford back deep for the Panthers. And it looks like they've got a television timeout with the cameraman standing there chatting it up with the official. Now, what happens with these timeouts is it's a little awkward for the players. Going to a TV timeout. So that's kind of what you're seeing here with a little bit of the pause in the game. So yeah. Are we on? So we're still on, folks. Looks like Probst went to talk to the official. It looks like they're trying to get the whole TV timeout thing sorted out. This is, it's awkward for all of us because there's multiple broadcast teams out here. And, of course, nobody knows the script but the people with the big truck out there. So it looks like they finally got away from that. We're about to get down to the business of the kickoff. Of course, the players are all sitting there wondering what in tarnation is going on as they're ready just to play ball. Given that this game apparently is being broadcast in different ways, and that one's going to be in the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. Ellison has a penchant for kicking it deep. And per the rules, if it goes into the end zone, it is automatically downed, and they have to start from their 20. So Pell City is going to get the first drive of the contest with 10:23 remaining in the first quarter. Number 12 back deep, quick pass. Number 7 with the reception for Pell City. Not a whole lot happening on that one. Gusmanchuk gets it to number 7, Zach Duncan. Gain of about 2 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Panthers from the 22. Cougar defense jumping on them quickly. Gusmanchuk in shotgun formation. There's the handoff. And they find room in the middle of the Cougar defense. Now there is a surprise. Marquise Bedford, the running back, with a huge gain. Caught the Cougars sleeping at the wheel. And they are now in Cougar territory with a first down at the 48-yard line. Now that is something we hadn't seen in a long time against Clay-Chalkville. We'll see how the defense responds. Gusmanchuk back under center. Got too high. Looks to put it in the air, and he's not going to have anywhere to go. I'm curious what the call is going to be on that one, because it looked like to me he just chucked it right down under pressure and did not leave the tackle box, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any flags on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Pell City. that Cougar defense getting in there quickly, leading the way. Number 96, Randall Cole. I guarantee you they don't want that to happen again with that big run. Gesmatnik in shotgun formation, 2 wide. The whistle blows, and that looks to be a false start as they threw that one from the backside of the formation. So, and there it is. That's the call, false start. That'll cost Pell City 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Panthers. The ball goes back to the 47-yard line. Panthers showing 3 wide, single man in the backfield, 2 high, 1 low with the receivers. There's the handoff once again, and nothing happening on that play as Randall Cole once again putting in that work. Bedford, the ball carrier, and looked like his helmet popped off like a rock'em sock'em robot. So he's going to have to come out for at least 1 down, and it'll be 3rd and long for Pell City. 3 high, 1 low, so Pell City goes 4 wide with a single man in the backfield. Stays in the shotgun, and they're going to hand it off for what I would not begin to know, because the Cougars said, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, and they are not fooled at all. And that's going to bring up 4th down, and Pell City will punt. So the Cougars get ready to receive the punt. Number 16, Kamara Robinson, along with Compton, back deep to receive it. And that is 16 is going to return it. Not a whole lot happening on that one. Bringing them down, number 10, that's Charles Tucker for Pell City. So the Cougars will start their next drive from the 20. 8:04 remaining in the first quarter with the Cougars leading 7-0. Bedford waking up the Cougar defense with a nice run right up the middle. But the Cougars the rest of the way said to Pell City on the first drive of the game. Cougars 3 wide, 2 high, 1 low. Single man in the backfield. And they're under center, number 21 running it. That is Osley. He's going to get a nice gain coming off tackle to his right. And it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. Clearing the path on that play, Jaquan McCroy. Mbakwe with the quick release to Osley. Osley accelerates, and he's going to get past the tents, and he's still going before he's brought down by number 26 of the Panthers, and that is Donovan Verges. But it's going to be a Paul Davis first down for the Cougars. Osley putting in the work, and the ball is at the Cougar 45-yard line, or just shy of it. Cougars looking to pound Pell City with that running game and set up the pass. Man goes into motion, 2 men in the backfield. The give once again to Osley. Osley running to his left, cuts inside. And he's going to get another solid gain of about 6 yards. So it looks to be 2nd and 4 for the Cougars, and that's exactly what it is. In on that stop, number 51 for Pell City, and that is Anthony Scott, the linebacker. Cougars putting together another nice drive. Cougars going 4 wide. Man goes into motion, 3 low, 1 high. Single man in the backfield. Quick release to number 16. And number 16 zips his way for some extra yards. That is Marlon Compton. And it's going to be Another Paul Davis first down for the Cougars. Getting into Panther territory. The ball is going to be spotted at the 43-yard line. The Cougar offense looking like its old self after a little bit of a bumpy go during the first two contests. Cougars have one low. He goes into motion, and that's Craver. And Craver gets the shovel, and he runs wide before he is brought down. And there's a flag on the play, number 27. It appeared to be a face mask, and that is Caden Sawyer that brought him down. And it looks like they're going to have to check on him after that play. So we're going to go into an injury timeout, and we'll be right back.
The storm was intense. Took off nearly half our building's roof. Paul Davis immediately secured and stabilized our property to prevent further damage.
With commercial properties, speed really matters. We use 360 scanning to make a rendering of the damaged space. In no time, our specialists were at work.
The technology they used made it easy for our staff, the insurance company, and the contractors to coordinate progress and speed up repairs.
This church is vital to the community. We focused on getting the doors back open. I am Paul Davis, and I am a difference maker.
That's it. Swing all the way through going forward and all the way back. There you go. There you go. Woo!
That's tough.
Yeah.
For him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drive your hips up. Good. Back with your legs.
All right, after the penalty, the ball is going to be spotted at the 26-yard line. Big time penalty against Pell City. Craver had to come out of the contest. They're getting him checked out. Cougars go 4 wide. Too high, too low. Single man in the backfield. Man goes into motion. Shotgun formation. There's a snap. Mbakwe finds a lane. Looking for one. He's going to make a miss. And it's another touchdown for the Cougars. Jay Bubba putting in that work once again. And the Cougars extend their lead to 13. Ellis, number 39, coming in to handle the kicking chores. And the Brett Rogers PAT is no good. That one is shanked. Nonetheless, the Cougars take the lead, 13-0. Now, I can promise you, folks, you can see that Clay-Chalkville sideline over there. They did not like what happened at all on that last play. We're going to see how the Cougar defense reacts. I can say one thing about the teammates of Mario Craver. They all get along and they all like them. There is a brotherhood over there. So we'll see what happens. 5:14 remaining in the first quarter of play. And while we're waiting for the kickoff to occur, oh, that's correct, folks. It's still that time of year where they have the water break timeouts. We're still in the summertime. So forgive me for not informing you of that. That's what's going on. So everybody's getting juiced up as far as getting hydrated. Let me make sure I get that statement right. Now, I've got some scoring updates for you. We got Hewitt-Trussville over Oak Mountain 14-0. And we'll bring you some scoring updates as we get them. Gardendale and Mortimer Jordan are scoreless right now. So Ellis gets set to kick off. The usual suspects back there for Pell City. And we'll see if Ellis gets it for another touchback. It's a high kick. And that one bounces up in the air. Number 13 for the Panthers, Tristan Anderson almost gets the whiff on that one before he's down by the Cougars. And they will start this drive from the 24-yard line. So Gusmatic in shotgun. There's a snap, looks to put it in the air, trying to find an open receiver. And that pass is incomplete. Well defended by the Cougars. One of the things we're not seeing this year that we don't see, or that we saw last week, we don't see that tempo by Pell City. Kosmatnik hands it off, and the door closes quickly. At the bottom of that pile, and that is number 49 for the Cougars. That is Avion Pickett putting in that work. Loss of yardage on the play. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Pell City. So they go 4 wide. They have 3 to the near side of the screen, 1 up high. Looks for the open man, has one. Number 4 for the Cougars, and that's Caleb Groche, somebody that the Cougars do need to watch. Cougars giving a little too much cushion. It's a first down for Pell City. And they're at the 35. Here's the handoff once again. Bedford with a solid gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for Pell City. Probst trying to find the holes in the Cougar defense. Now, one of the things that happens when you give a young quarterback completions is he gets confident. There it is again, the give, and that's going to be a loss. A whole host of Cougar defenders on that play. Wrap Bedford up quickly. Coming in at the bottom of the pile is Randall Cole. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Pell City. Ball is at the 38-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Kosmatchik looking for something to go positive. And he's going to be wrapped up. And that looked like, yep, Mr. Pickett once again. And needless to say, if the QB could have got away, he had a choice of either Randall Cole or Patrick Smith staring him down. With the loss of yardage, it'll be 4th and 13, and Pell City will punt. Usual suspects back deep for the Cougars, and that one's going to take a bounce in favor of Pell City, and it's going to be down somewhere around the 32-yard line. We'll see where the final spot is. And it looks like they're going to be at the 33-yard line. So Pell City has been able to find a couple of seams, completing a pass as well as two really nice runs. But the Cougar defense closes it up quickly. They have to be careful with that because those are what I like to call those sleeping at the wheel plays. When you think they're going to do one thing and they turn around and do another. But this is a nice little test here and there for the Cougar defense. They have just been flat dominant going back to last season. And seems to be some discussion on the field. Don't know what's going on. Prope's talking to the officials. I guess he saw something he didn't like or whatever. And don't know if a coach is being sent off the field or something. Oh, my goodness. That ball is going to fall incomplete. And he had nothing but real estate in front of him. Just outside of Craver's reach. But it's good to see him back on the field. Nonetheless, it's a second down for the Cougars. And you got to know that Pell City has been awakened with the speed of Craver. And they know that the Cougars are a fast team and traditionally have been. Cougars with the quick pass goes inside. Nice gain. Number 10, Corey Barber with the reception. He's going to be brought down by number 43, Sean Boyle. And it's going to be third and about 2 for the Cougars. The ball is at the 41-yard line. And I tell you what's kind of nice is watching the Cougar offense mix it up in this game. And Mbakwe's going to keep it. Mbakwe's loose. Hops to his left, still going. Mbakwe has no one in front of him. And that's going to be another touchdown for the Cougars. Jay Bubba, a.k.a. Bach, getting it done once again for Clay-Chalkville. So tack another 6 on the board. Well, we've got some discussion going on. There is a flag on the field on the far side. It appeared to be the way he waved his hand, that was a sideline warning for Pell City. Waiting for the official to get back there. And he's back in position. Ellis wanting to make up for the last PAT. And the Brett Rogers Keller Williams PAT is good. And the Cougars go up 20-0 with $1:13 remaining in the first quarter of play.
CDC is reporting that since the year 1999, drug addiction-related deaths in the United States have quadrupled. So this is a huge topic right now. Joining me now is Dr. Emily Lazenby, and she's with MedPlex Inc. So, Dr. Lazenby, what's the biggest thing you want people to know about addiction?
What I'd like people to know is that with opiate dependency, anyone can be affected. We treat men and women from all walks of life, and many of them, when they come to us, feel very ashamed and alone, but there's help. And I think it's so rewarding to be able to take a person that's in a very difficult point in their life and be able to offer them a way to turn things around. Someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at
Bedford and Berry back deep to receive for Pell City. Ellis looking to put another one in the end zone. It's a line drive. And it looked like he stepped in the end zone, but he did not. The officials say that he's good to go. Berry, the return person, and he is going to be brought up, upended by Dion Callens. So Pell City back deep in their own territory at the 11-yard line. Number 4, Groce gets the call for Pell City. Gain of about 5 on the play. Ball is at the 16. Pell City trying to find the gaps. And Cougars playing solid, disciplined defense. Once again, Bedford's the ball carrier. He's going to have to come off. 28 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Number 45, Patrick Smith. Along with Ivy leading the way. And they're going to let the clock run out so they can regroup and try to get it figured out against the Cougars. Clay-Chalkville leads 20-0, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back with the Cougars leading 20-0. Want to try to bring you a couple of scoring updates from around the area. And let's see what we have on deck. Hewitt-Trussville leading Oak Mountain 14-0. We'll see what Gardendale's doing, our old foe. And right now they lead. Gardendale is trailing Mortimer Jordan 21-6. How about that? Let's see what our neighbors to the north, Springville, is doing. Waiting to get that update. And looks like Leeds and Springville are all knotted up at the moment with no score thus far in the contest. Moody leading Alexandria 14-0. Pinson losing to McAdory last week 28-17. Hoover leading Spain Park 14-7. And looks like we're about ready to resume now that we have flipped the field. Pell City at the 16-yard line. Cougar defense gets set. Pell City trying to find the mismatch to take advantage. Here comes the Cougar defense, and that pass is batted or tipped. And that's going to fall incomplete and bring up fourth down. Cougar defense looking for some more Krispy Kremes this week. After the Briarwood game, from what I understand, they were able to double down on the amount of donuts they got. There's the punt. And that one goes nowhere. Compton with a dangerous catch. Pell City special teams able to get in there quickly. Jarrett Doran with the stop for Pell City. Pell City looking to bring some speed on their special teams. Probably watched some of that Hueytown film and saw what happened with that punt return and that kick return. So I would say that that would be a wise move by Pell City to have some speed in place. Man goes into motion. A little razzle-dazzle. There it goes, Craver, hops over a Pell City player, has no one in front of him looking for a block, makes a shift, accelerates, and it's another touchdown for the Cougars. Craver with a little shake and bake. And the Cougars score immediately to start the second quarter of play. So we'll await Ellis's PAT. Uh-oh, a bad snap. They got to get that up. Let's see what they do with it. They throw it up in the air, and that one's going to be intercepted or something. Well, a bright spot for Pell City due to a bad snap. Cougars trying to make something of it. I would be interested to hear what the coaches are saying on the sidelines over that one. Nonetheless, the Cougars lead by 25. So, and you know, sometimes you're going to have some goofy things happen in these games. And by gosh, we just saw it. Oxford leading Shades Valley 14-7. Ramsey all over the Jasper Vikings 28-0. Mountain Brook over Minor 14-0. So Ellis gets ready to kick off. Bedford and Berry back deep to receive. And Ellis puts another one through the end zone. And that's how you make up for sometimes some goofy things, is you go with another nice special teams play to follow it. And as a result of that kickoff, brought to you by North Park Baptist Church, by the way, it'll be a touchback. Not a whole lot of time is run off the clock into the second quarter. So we'll see what the Cougar defense does this time. And they're showing blitz, and they're looking to harass. It's Matt. He tries to find some room, and that one's going to be intercepted. And it's going to go back. And that is DJ Barber. DJ Barber getting it done once again, and the Cougar defense gets some points this season. So the Cougars are going to try to get this PAT correct this time. DJ Barber, the Auburn commit, demonstrates why they're looking to him. Mbakwe as well, as he is headed to Alabama. That snap had some question marks on it, but nonetheless, they get a hold of it. And that PAT is good. And that PAT is brought to you by Brett Rogers, Keller Williams Realty. Now, regarding that particular snap, it was slightly behind the holder, but he got it, and it went through the uprights, and that's what we want to see. And we're going to go to commercial and be right back.
I'm Devron Smith with Steel City Realty Group in Trustful. Are you thinking of buying or selling a home in the Birmingham area? What about a career in real estate? Call or text me and let's get started today. All right, folks. The Cougars are running away with this one like the freight trains that pass back behind the stadium. And I tell you, folks, this is the Cougar offense we are looking to see all season long. If you're going to dust the cobwebs off, tonight's the night to do it. And boy, are they doing it, especially with Pinson Valley coming in to Cougar Stadium next week. So this is the time to get it right, to get the kinks out, knock the dust off, whatever you want to call it. And Ellis getting ready to kick it off. Usual suspects back there for Pell City. And that is Berry and Bedford. Pell City looking for anything to go right in this contest. With this game, Pell City has allowed the most yardage and the most points thus far this year, and that's going to be a touchback as he steps back into the end zone and can't run it back. Bedford kind of trips backwards a little bit, retrieving the kick. So they'll start this drive from the 20-yard line. For all of you guys watching out there, we certainly appreciate your support. I, the voice of the Cougars, Freddie Flowers, wants to thank you as well as the Moxie Media Group for your participation this evening and tuning in via Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you give those likes and those thumbs up and those views. Tell people about it. Clay-Chalkville football on Friday nights. And the Cougars have a meeting of the minds
At the bottom of the pile, that is Patrick Smith, along with DJ Barber. And number 41 in there getting some work in as well for the Cougars. And that is Evan Harris. That'll bring up second down for Pell City. No gain on the previous play. A late handoff. And number 1, Bedford, is going to have a Pell City first down. And that'll get them to the 31-yard line. Now, one of the things, if you've noticed, folks, is that what they're trying to do is get that delayed handoff. They're trying to read the defense and see how the defense is reacting. What the Cougars are going to have to do is kind of sit down and stay home and probably not attack as hard. And we have a timeout for Pell City, so we'll be right back.
Opiate addiction is still on the rise.
Absolutely. In the U.S., there's been some recent new attention from the presidential administration setting aside new funds and changing some limits for medications that can help. And in fact, the Surgeon General has even asked people to look at opiate dependence as more of a chronic condition like diabetes or high blood pressure.
So they've focused attention and resources on helping with addiction?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so how can people get in contact with MedPlexing? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching today that this could really change their lives.
Absolutely. If you or someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205.
All right, Pell City looking to make something happen. They're going to go 4 wide, single man in the backfield, shotgun formation. Drop backs the pass, throws it in the air, has the open man, and it's going to be caught at around the 39-yard line. So Pell City, as I said earlier, is not the same Pell City we've known and loved all these years. And they're going to want to test the Cougar defense, and that is the longest pass thus far against the Cougars this season. Probe's going to try to figure out who to pick on, and it looks like they're going to go short. And they're going to say that the catch is good. DJ Barber with the tackle. They're going to get to the 36-yard line. They're going to call it a gain of 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for Pell City. Pell City looking to try to get into a rhythm. Schmatic back in the shotgun formation, has 3. He's going to give it up, and nothing happening on that play. At the bottom of the pile, number 45, Patrick Smith, and number 13 for the Cougars, Nicarius Allen. They bring down Bedford quickly, and that's going to result in a loss of yardage, and it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. Ball at the 40-yard line. Too high, too low. And that pass is going to be incomplete. Has to get rid of it quickly. And that pass was intended for John David Probst, who is the son of Pell City's head coach. And that's going to bring up 4th down. And I don't see him punting it here for some reason. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Nah, they're not going to take that chance. So Cougars looking for a fake. You could tell by their formation they are not at all concerned about retrieving a punt. And that one's going to bounce out of bounds. Maybe not. That's going to take a Pell City bounce. And it looks like they ended up scooting into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback. Pell City hoping to pin Clay-Chalkville deep. Unfortunately, that ball is going to get spotted at the 20. Nice effort by the Pell City special teams to try to pin Clay-Chalkville where no team really wants to be. 8:47 remaining in the first half of play. Cougars leading 32-0. And coming out at quarterback for the Cougars, number 1, Kamari McClellan. He's going to put it in the air. And that pass is going to be complete to Craver. He's going to get to the 25-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. McClellan with the snap, fakes the give, quick pass. And that one's going to go to number 16 for Clay-Chalkville. That is Kamar Robinson. Not much happening on that play. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Cougars. Craver comes back out on the field. Looks like they got the speed package out there for Clay-Chalkville. McClellan has a snap, has time. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Still on his feet, still going. Not much gained on that play. It looked like he had some room to at least move the sticks. And this will be the first punt of the contest for the Cougars. So Pell City gets the first defensive stop of the contest. And we have a timeout by Pell City. 6:49 remaining in the second quarter, and we'll be right back.
Swing all the way through 104 and all the way back. Perfect. Good job. There you go. There you go.
Woo, wow.
With a disaster, a little compassion can go a long way. One of our clients, a retired firefighter, a man who dedicated his life to helping and serving others, lost his own home in a fire. We searched through the rubble and managed to salvage one precious thing, his original firefighter's uniform. The look on his face, it's a moment I'll never forget. It's why we do what we do.
We are Paul Davis!
I am Paul Davis, and I am a difference maker.
McClellan flushed out of the pocket on the previous play. Looked like he had some room to get that little bit of yardage needed for the first. Nonetheless, Pell City with a positive defensive effort, looking to have some things go right for them. They have shown the ability to get long bursts of yardage, but have not been able to put together a sustained drive thus far in the contest. And that one may have been touched. On the return, John David Probst. But that one goes out of bounds as it's shanked. And that's going to give Pell City short field position at the 40-yard line of the Cougars. That one coming as a bit of a surprise, the amount of pursuit that Pell City was able to get on special teams. So now Pell City will try to put together something. And if they get chunks of yardage, they have a possibility of getting on the board if they get into field goal range. I guarantee you the Cougar defense ain't going to like that. So let's see what happens on this next series. And he has to throw that away. Kishmatnik being pursued. And nothing going to happen on that play. Number 13, Nicarius Allen running them down. And that'll bring up second down for the Panthers. And here comes the train. As I've told anybody that's ever been out here to Pell City, you're going to see that train about 20 times tonight. Might be the only thing that moves as it relates to Pell City this evening. And the Cougar defense once again shutting it down. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Yep, folks, you hear it. That ain't the Chattanooga choo-choo. Pell City wishing they could find a freight train to the end zone. Unfortunately, that rig is running in the opposite direction that they're driving on the field. Once again, the Cougars flush out the pocket. And that one is going to be handled by Avion Pickett. And that'll bring up fourth down for Pell City. Loss of yardage on the play. It'll be 4th and 12 with the ball at the 42. And we have the officials' timeout as required by the AHSAA to make sure the players are hydrated, and we'll be right back.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values.
All right, folks, we're back. Usual suspects back for the Cougars. And fair catch is signaled. And the Cougars will start this particular drive from around the 14-yard line. Make that the 15. Cougars rotating players in and out now, and this is, one of the things about games like this. Although, you look at the other team and you kind of like, man, it's a great opportunity for the home team to, or I should say the home team, in our case, the home team, if you know what I mean, Cougar fans, to get the players in there to get in some work in game time conditions. So McClellan back under center. And we have a penalty against the Cougars that cost them 5. Trying to see if that was an illegal shift or something, but either way. Oh. Nope, that's Bachway back there. I thought that McClellan was back in. Compton with the carry. So that'll get a solid 5 yards for the Cougars. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Clay-Chalkville. Craver doing the head count. So we got 2 high, 2 low, empty backfield. Mbakwe under center. And he has a man, I think. And that one's going to be overthrown. Double coverage on Craver. It's going to bring up 3rd down. And the fact of the matter is Craver was bracketed. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Now, one thing that will happen is if Pell City gets a defensive stop here, that does nothing but elevate their confidence. And those are the starters that are in there, folks. So, and that one is going to be close, and it's enough to move the sticks. And that is a Paul Davis first down for the Cougars. So the Cougars getting it done once again. Cougars getting the play called in. Osley in the backfield. 3 receivers. Osley gets the carry, looking for a little room. He's going to accelerate, and he's going to have enough to move the sticks once again for the Cougars. Bringing them down, looked like number 6, Ethan Isbell. Cougars get to the 43-yard line in our own territory. We're under 4 minutes in the first half. Cougars bringing in another receiver. That's number 15 trying to get set. He got set. And there goes Osley once again. He's going to get to the 50-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Cougars. Cougars going tempo. Cougars trying to maintain the tempo. 3 wide receiver, single man in the backfield. Cougars looking to keep popping it up the field. There's a flag on the play. And that one came from way downtown. So we'll see what the call is. Osley, the ball carrier. So we'll see what the officials call. Yep, it's a chop block on the defense. So that one cost Pell City 15. And I tell you what, folks, that's the last thing they need. And that's going to put the ball at the 37-yard line and result in a first down for the Cougars. Your first downs this evening brought to you by Paul Davis Restorations. There's the snap. Fakes to give. Mbakwe looking for the open man. Has him. That is number 5 for the Cougars. Clock continuing to run. We're under 3 minutes. Taurus Chambers with the reception on that play. Cougars have no problem watching the time wind away. And I've got to admit, folks, I'm looking at the Pell City defense, and they look a little tired. So Cougars wanting to maintain tempo but slow it down to eat up some clock. 3 receivers. Mbakwe on the keeper. Mbakwe accelerates. Mbakwe has 1 man to beat. Not going to get there. He's going to be brought down at the last second. And the Pell City defender comes up limping. That looks like number 6, Ethan Isbell. And Ethan Isbell is, looks like he's a little dinged up. And Mbakwe finds his way into the end zone. It's another touchdown for the Cougars. Good, solid drive. And the Cougars tack on the points. Ellis back for the PAT. Your touchdowns this evening brought to you by M3 Performance and Physical Therapy. And the PAT is good. Ellis getting it done once again. We're under 2 minutes in the first half of play. Cougars lead 39-0, and we'll be right back. Hey, Doc, can you hear me? All right. We're back just that fast. 1:43 remaining in the first half of play. Ellis getting ready to kick it off. Cougars leading 39-0. So Ellis with the kickoff. High. And it takes a penalty. He touches it. Oh, no. All right, folks. Pell City is going to be at the 1 yard line. The last thing he wanted to do, because it actually bounced in Pell City's favor, was touch that ball. Even if it meant it was going to be at the 5, now they're at the 1. And I promise you, if you want to call it and say there was a cat fight tonight, right now the Panthers are looking like tender victuals with that ball at the 1. The Cougar defense has got to be thinking safety, because they are going to be coming, and I mean coming hard. Kosmatic knows that they're going to be coming, and it's all blitz. And here we go. Now, he made it out the end zone, but he didn't make it far. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Pell City going to look to find the Cougars asleep at the wheel somewhere in that defensive front to try to get some breathing room. But I tell you, against that Cougar defense, that is playing with fire. The way they have played all season and going back to last season. We'll see what happens here. And I promise you, they didn't get the results they wanted on that last down. The Cougars are certainly going to look to get it on this one. And that one goes nowhere. Might have got a yard, and that's all they get. So it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers. Cougars thinking safety. Pell City thinking let the clock run. And it looks like that's exactly what they intend to do. We're going to stay with it because I don't think they got enough. They're going to have to snap that football, and they're not going to have much of a choice. Here it is. He's going to get out of there. And that's going to do it for the first half, folks. Pell City's going to let that clock run. Your Cougars are leading 39-0 as we get prepared for the bands to take the field. We'll be right back after the half.
I'm Brett Rogers, your trusted local real estate expert and the owner of the Brett Rogers Realty Group at Keller Williams. My team and myself take pride in making the home selling or buying process as painless and easy as possible. While a transaction can be stressful, we make it our job to take as much stress off of you so that you can enjoy your investments. We are not just here to sell houses, we are here to build relationships that will last a lifetime while helping your home dreams come true. When working for buyers, we work tirelessly to get you into a home at the best price and help you make sound decisions for your family. When the time comes for you to sell that home, we are here with the marketing expertise to showcase your property to the fullest and get you the greatest amount of profit into your pocket. We are here to guide you every step of the way with honesty and trust as our core values. Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at brettrogersrealtor.com or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
Wings to the mound. Black the nation. And a mic to everything. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From Clay, Alabama. The last time there was this better play, some ladies that are on the field was never. Everybody stand up and put your hands together and get close. This evening, we will pay tribute to perhaps the greatest entertainer of all time. Song from the King of Pop, Michael Jackson. Put your hands together once again for your mighty marching Commander Director Kelvin Greenwood. Your assistant is Alex Wills, Jeff Calvert, and Patricia Rice. Your auxiliary sponsor is Colony Booker. Your auxiliary sponsor is Susan Scott, and your professional instructor is Lazarus Murphy. Put your hands together for the Pell City High School marching
Storm was intense. Took off nearly half our building's roof. Paul Davis immediately secured and stabilized our property to prevent further damage.
With commercial properties, speed really matters. We use 360 scanning to make a rendering of the damaged space. In no time, our specialists were at work.
The technology they used made it easy for our staff, the insurance company, and the contractors to coordinate progress and speed up repairs.
This church is vital to the community. We focused on getting the doors back open. I am Paul Davis, and I am a difference maker.
I'm Devron Smith with Steel City Realty Group in Trustful. Are you thinking of buying or selling a home in the Birmingham area? What about a career in real estate? Call or text me and let's get started today.
So opiate addiction is still on the rise.
Absolutely. In the U.S., there's been some recent new attention from the presidential administration setting aside new funds and changing some limits for medications that can help. And in fact, the Surgeon General has even asked people to look at opiate dependence as more of a chronic condition like diabetes or high blood pressure.
So they've focused attention and resources on helping with addiction?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so how can people get in contact with Medplex Inc.? Because I know there's going to be a lot of people watching today that this could really change their lives.
Absolutely. If you or someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at medplexinc.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian Lalo with CBS 42.
All right, folks, we are back into the second half of play. And I tell you what, boy, the Cougar offense has looked like the pinball machine we all know and love all these years. I'm going to make sure we give a little credit to the big boys up front, starting with left tackle Jaden Jones, and then left guard A.J. Williams, the center Brady Phillips, the right guard Adrian Spivey, and the right tackle Jaquan McCroy. Also at tight end, Bravis Cave, getting some big-time blocks in, and that's what helps lead to the 39 points that are on the board. So, you know, while the other guys might run and catch and do all the fancy pants stuff, those guys down in the trenches are getting it done this evening. And it ain't like Pell City's got some boys that don't get a meal or are missing a meal across from them, and they're well coached across them. That's just a testament to the work and the drive of the Clay-Chalkville Cougars. The Cougars got the ball to start the first half of play, and Pell City will get it to start the second. Number 1, Marquise Bedford, and number 29, Joe Berry, will be returning the kick from Antoine Ellis. And there it is. It's another big boomer of a kick, and that's going to be just inside the 5-yard line. Number 29 on the return. He's going to be bopped around a little bit. Joe Berry bringing it back for Pell City. And there's a host of Cougar defenders in there, one of them being number 25, and that is T.K. Slaughter, getting some help there. Keith Richmond also getting some help in on the special teams play. Pell City getting to the 20-yard line on the return. We'll see what they do during the second half. Now, we're probably going to see a big-time mix of Cougar players as they get more time in. Pell City with the quick release. The ball is bobbled. Is it intercepted? And the Cougars are indicating that they have it. And let's see what the officials say. I mean, and they do. They're celebrating. I'm stuck behind a tent from my vantage point, so I couldn't tell you which one got it. But nonetheless, the Cougar offense starting with a short field in the second half. And that usually spells disaster when it comes to Clay-Chalkville. And I'm talking about for the other team. So let's see what the Cougars come up with. They're going to take over at the Panther 24-yard line. Cougars a little bit leisurely on the field. I can guarantee you the coaches aren't going to like that lollygagging, and they'll hear about it next week for sure. McClellan can't get out of the pocket, sits there, and ends up getting brought down effectively for what appears to be a sack by the Pell City defense. Cave comes out of the game. Turns out that he did get back to the line of scrimmage. McClellan did. He's got to figure out how to get out of the pocket when it collapses. The offensive line, if you look at it, is looking a whole lot different. McClellan finally takes off and gets to the 20. So that'll be a gain of 5 for the Cougars. Correction, and I had it incorrect on the spot. The ball was at the 21, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for Clay-Chalkville. Number 72, Jaquan McCroy, is still in the game. McClellan zips it, and is back behind the receiver. So that one's going to fall incomplete. Christian Young, the intended one. So Pell City will get credited with a defensive stop, and it's a great opportunity for the Cougars to work on their special teams. So Ellis will come out, and where you look where he's going to kick, that ball is going to be set right at the 27. So it'll be effectively about a 36-yard field goal. And it's up and it's high, and it is wide right. It had the distance, it had the height, it just didn't have the accuracy. And the Cougars squander an opportunity to tack on to the score, which is 39-0. But that being said, this is where the younger players come into the contest, so some mistakes are bound to happen. But it's also where they learn that they have to seize on those opportunities to make some hay when it's presented to them, especially on special teams, because you can find yourself back there having to make that particular kick in a clutch moment. But they'll work on that in practice. So the quick pass out to number 4, Caleb Groche, is complete. And they're going to gain 5 yards on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Pell City. Groche going out of bounds. Manchuk in shotgun, 4 wide, nobody back there with him. Correction, 5 wide. And they're going to get it to Groche again, and he's going to step out of bounds. And it may move the chains, and it does. It'll be a first down for Pell City. So Pell City at the 30-yard line. Looks to be dinking and dunking it. Single man in the backfield, 3 high, 1 low. Running back tries to find some room. And Randall Cole basically just grabs his jersey and drags him down. Number 13 comes in to help, and that's Nicarius Allen. Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 13 from the 27-yard line for Pell City. Cougar defense demonstrating their speed versus the Pell City offensive front. So we got 3 low and a little bit of a high snap. Groves trying to find, Gramatchik trying to find some room. Has to get rid of it quickly. No gain on the play. That pass is going to be complete to number 7, Zach Duncan. That'll bring up 3rd down. Well, a short gain, on the play for Pell City. That'll bring up 3rd down. Ball at the 32-yard line. They have some movement up front. We'll see. Nope, no call on that one. He got out of the neutral zone. Cougars got to be careful with that one. They're trying to find something somewhere and has to get rid of it as he is run down by the Cougar defense, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the return team will come out for the Cougars. And number 16, Kamar Robinson, and number 3, Marlon Compton back deep for Clay. And there's the punt. And that's fair catch. It's going to be called. Punting duties handled by Dalton Fink for Pell City. And the Cougars will start this particular drive right around the 37-yard line. 8:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. So we're trying to keep it going, folks. I'm going to check on some scores from around the area while everybody's getting it sorted out. Hewitt-Trussville all over Oak Mountain 42-0. Oxford over Shades Valley 35-13. Gaston City over Buckhorn 28-0. Mountain Brook over Minor 21-0. Ramsey all over the Jasper Vikings 35-0. Southside Gadsden all over Lincoln 22-8. Mortimer Jordan leads Gardendale 38-21. Hartselle all over Coleman 28-0. Briarwood Christian leading Chilton County 14-10. Hoover over Spain Park 21-14 early in the 3rd quarter. Helena over Homewood 24-10. And Leeds over Springville 17-7. All right, we finally got some action here on the field. McClellan with the quick release, and he's going to get that one out. And there's a flag on the play. Number 11, Bravis Cave Jr. with the reception. We'll await the official's call. And that one looks like it's coming back. So with the penalty, puts it back at the 33-yard line. Number 10 goes into motion. McClellan fakes as if he's going to take off, goes wide to his right, still on his feet, before he is brought down after a gain of about 6 yards. We'll see what the spot looks like. And a holding penalty had brought them back to the 32. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Cougars. McClellan looking to put it in the air. And there it is. And there it is. That pass is complete to number 16, Kumar Robinson. And that right there, folks, is going to be a big-time first down for the Cougars. That first down brought to you by Paul Davis Restorations. Nice touch on the ball by McClellan. Cougars looking to maintain tempo. Osley running the ball. Short gain on the play of about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Clay-Chalkville. McClellan getting the call from the sidelines. They're going to go 5 wide. This should be interesting, folks. There's going to be a lot of activity in a short amount of space. And there's the flag. There is clearly interference on that play. Cougars looking to the fade route. Marlon Compton, the intended receiver, gets tangled up by the Pell City defensive back, and that looked to be number 25, Blake Ezel. So with that penalty, it'll put him inside the 10, and it's going to be spotted right at the 8. And it's an automatic first down for the Cougars. So 1st and goal to go. Clay-Chalkville. Single man in the backfield. There's the give. Nope, had me fooled. McClellan fumbles it out of the end zone. So officials are discussing it on the field. Well, it's not a touchdown, folks. He fumbles it out of the end zone. And Pell City will get it at the 20-yard line. I've seen stranger things. So there you have it. Nonetheless, Cougar defense comes back onto the field. Cougar defense showing blitz. There's the snap and the give, and that play is blown dead. False start against Pell City. Not surprised. They're going to be a little nervous up front when the Cougars show blitz because they've been getting beat up back there all night. Think about the only thing Clay-Chalkville hasn't done was grow a garden and plant some maters back there. Nonetheless, it's 1st and 15 for Pell City. Pell City looking to run it. Nope. A little bit of a loss on that one once again. Pell City managed to sneak off a couple of runs thinking they were going to find the Cougar front sleep, and they did get some decent yardage on that, but that hadn't happened since. As the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So it's going to be 2nd and long for Pell City. About 17 yards needed for the first. 4 receivers wide, single man in the backfield. They're trying to find room, and that has got to be an intentional grounding. That is grounding all day long. He never got out of the tackle box, and they did not call that. I know you guys are watching at home. Surely there's got to be some discussion at that point. He never got outside of those hash marks, and there is a penalty marker on the ground. There it is. It is grounding, folks. So that was going to result in a loss of down as well for Pell City in addition to the penalty. So Russ Probst is having a fit on the sideline, trying to get his players over there. And I could tell he was chirping at the officials as well. He's still going at the officials. And it sounds like he is disputing the grounding call. And they've got an official's timeout because he wants to talk to him and he's wanting to go through the rule book. Are you kidding me? And Probst has pulled the white hat to the sideline and is all in his ear. And I'm telling you, folks, we got the camera on that. He is wearing him out. Look at that right there. We got to make sure that one gets shared, folks, all over the interwebs, because that is a play all by itself. And the official doesn't look like he's too happy about it. And whatever Probst just said to him, he popped off at him, and the official is letting him know that that is a no-go. And, I mean, Probst is in his face, and it is getting bad, and they're having to be separated. Wow! They are having to be separated, folks. The action is not on the field. It is with the officials, and they are not going to put up with Probst's mess. How about that? He did not do his teams any favor tonight, I can tell you that. Whoa, Nelly. I tell you what, folks, our production team, I hope they caught all of that. Not only is it should be a loss of down, but, you know, honestly, the Cougar defense would rather have 2 chances to get the safety. So here comes the 4th down. And they're going to try to punt it out of their own end zone. Number 14, Dalton Fink, going to be right back against the end zone line. And the Cougars are going to come with all the kitchen sink, toolboxes, plates, cups, you name it. They're going to clean out the fridge and throw out the leftovers to try to make this kid nervous. He gets it off. Big time stick by Pell City. Number 23, Jarrett Doran, with a nice special team play. I ain't mad at him. Kamar Robinson on the return for the Cougs. And Clay-Chalkville is going to get a short field. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. You got to pardon me, folks. I got a case of the giggles watching what just happened on the sideline. So the ball is going to be spotted at the 40-yard line. Apparently I must have missed something here, just kind of let my mind wander a little bit. Cougars in Panther territory. There's App fakes it. McClellan trying to find room to get away. And Pell City is trying to say that they snatched the ball away, but there's no indication of that. Cougars are going to maintain possession. No gain on the play. McClellan trying to find his rhythm. See big A.J. Williams out there protecting his blind side, number 65. Man goes into motion. McClellan back to pass. Pell City with the blitz. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up third down. Pell City trying to mix it up on defense. And we like to thank our Cougar fans in attendance. We've got a nice crowd over there. Can we get a shot of the crowd? Because ain't a whole lot happening on the field as far as Pell City and Clay-Chalkville goes. Just want to show that our fans and the lovely support that they give our players. There's McClellan back to pass. And that pass is complete. Number 86 for the Cougars, Josh Duthard with the grab. And it's going to be 4th and about 3 for Clay-Chalkville. I surmise they'll go for it from here. Their defense has been playing well all night. No need to punt it. Cougars looking to move the chain. And like I said, you see a lot of players moving in and moving out. That looked like Caden Ferris coming into the game, and that is a speedster. That kid's got a jetpack on his back, if you've ever seen him before. Ferris with the short grab, and he's going to have enough for the first by all accounts. And there is the spot, and there moves the sticks. First down, Cougars. Your first downs this evening brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration. So let's see what the Cougars cook up to get our younger players involved. Cougars keeping it short, wearing down the clock. About 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Number 5, the ball carrier, going bowling, and that is Taurus Chambers. Solid gain of 4 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the Cougars from the 25-yard line. You know, Russ Probst had a couple of victories over Clay-Chalkville when he was at Hoover, and they weren't easy contests. And the one thing he's probably realizing right now is that not a whole lot's changed as far as Clay-Chalkville goes. Still a very solid, athletic, and powerful team. And there the ball goes. And there it is. That pass is complete. Number 3, Marlon Compton with the rainbow from Kamari McClellan. Flag goes up. I don't know if that's excessive celebration, but probably is. That won't stop the touchdown, but it will be marked off on the kickoff for sure. Number 39 coming in to handle the chores. That is Antoine Ellis. Right now, Cougars up 45-0 pending the kick. And Ellis collects the change. That PAT brought to you by Brett Rogers, Keller Williams Realty Group. So 2:04 remaining in the contest. So why don't we go ahead and find out what's going on around the rest of the state. I think we got the shot of the night with all that was going on the sidelines with Russ Probst. Well, that being said, Hewitt-Trussville leads Oak Mountain 42-0. As you know, the Cougs lead the Panthers 46-0. Oxford leads Shades Valley by 22. Gaston City all over Buckhorn 28-0. Mountain Brook up over Minor 21-0. Ramsey continues to lead Jasper, waiting for an update on that one, but right now it shows 35-0. Gardendale still trailing Mortimer Jordan. Hartselle all over Coleman, 28-0. Briarwood Christian leads Chilton County 14-10. Hoover leading Spain Park 21-14. Helena over Homewood 24-10. And leads Springville 17-7. So Ellis gets ready to kick it off. And I guarantee he's going to put some leg into this one. Boom, there it is. It's a high kick, end over end. And on the return is Caleb Groce. He's going to eventually goes out of bounds and sounds, hey, here's the train again, folks. I told you that thing was going to come all night. So let's see what Pell City comes up with as we get close to closing the third quarter of play. Cougar with a three-man front, basically 3-4 formation. There's the quick release to Groce. Groce trying to find some space. The number of Cougars going to run him out of bounds. Led by number 23 of Clay-Chalkville, Jamarcus Jones. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball at the 37-yard line. Cougars staying in that 3-4. And that one nearly gets picked off after a lick is laid by the Cougars. Carlos Ivy with the pop. Ball goes into the air, but it falls to the turf, and it'll be 3rd and 7. For Pell City. Cougars know that that ball's going in the air. Here they come, and there it goes. So that pass is going to fall incomplete. Nikita Gitmanchuk has not had any time to do anything all night. And Pell City is going to punt. Dalton Fink coming out to handle the duties. Number 3, Marlon Compton, back deep for Clay-Chalkville. And it's a high kick. And that goes out of bounds somewhere about the 35-yard line. We'll see where the spot is as the official walks it off. And he's going to go right to the 33. Nope, it gets spotted at the 34. So between myself and the officials, we split the difference on the spot. Less than a minute remaining in the third quarter of play. You know, despite the score, it's been a real active game, not just on Clay-Chalkville's part. And I tell you what, I'm used to seeing those Cougars get out there. They are lollygagging. This is what happens sometimes when you get up on somebody. They just kind of take their time, but the coaches don't want to see that. They want to see that energy all the way through the game. McClellan throwing it deep. And it looked like a little bit of jersey was grabbed, but they're going to get away with that one as far as I can tell. Looked like the intended receiver on that play may have been Caden Ferris. Cougars looking to punch it deep and test the defense. Got 3 wide up top, 1 down low. Quick pass out. It is complete. Number 11, Bravis Cave Jr. with the reception. With that, it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. Clock continuing to wind down here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see. That pass is complete. And number 81 with the reception, and that is Jakari Johnson. And that'll do it. Well, nope, he was out of bounds. Thrown out of bounds. That stopped the clock and moved the chains. So we got 4 seconds. Oh, nope, they restarted the clock. And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter, folks. Your Cougars lead 46-0. All right, folks, we're back. And we're finally made it to the 4th quarter, folks. You know, I probably wouldn't be too far off to guess that the Cougars are probably wanting to know what the after-game meal is going to consist of right now, I should say. I mean, it's hard, and I say that not really trying to be facetious or anything, but, you want your players to stay focused. When you got a 46-0 lead, you want that energy 100% all the way through the game. And that's one of the things that the coaches are definitely going to talk to the players about, because until that clock hits 0, you don't know what's going to happen. Now, not to say that, Pell City could come from behind from 46-0. I mean, that's something to behold if it were to happen. And there goes Osley with the carry. He's going to get a solid gain on that play of about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cougars. Ball is at the Pell City 44. But what you want the players to do is to keep that focus, keep that energy, keep that momentum going. This is that time where you can make all of those tweaks. Make sure that you're not making those little mistakes along the way as you get ready for the next contest. And they got a big one coming up against Pell City next week. Cougars keeping it on the ground. Still going. Aaron Osley collecting the yardage and is going to move the sticks for another Paul Davis first down for the Cougars. Osley carrying once again, doesn't find any room to his left. He's going to be brought down by a couple of Pell City defenders, including number 10, and that is Charles Tucker. So it's clear that Pell City has some players playing both ways. So with the loss of yardage, it's 2nd and 13 for the Cougars. Man in motion. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. He comes back. McClellan fakes the pass. Tries to find room. Pell City's bringing the house, and he's going to go down at the 50. Pell City's defense finding some success. And that's I would say that that's the biggest defensive play they've had all night. But that's a testament to what we're saying about keeping that energy up and keeping that focus up and not getting lazy, because that's how things like that happen. Nonetheless, it's third and an eternity for Clay-Chalkville with the ball still in Pell City territory at the 49-yard line. And we have a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back, folks.
That's it. Swing all the way through going forward and all the way back. There you go. There you go. Woo!
That's tough.
Yeah.
For him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Drive your hips up. Good. Back with your legs.
With a disaster, a little compassion can go a long way. One of our clients, a retired firefighter, a man who dedicated his life to helping and serving others, lost his own home in a fire. We searched through the rubble and managed to salvage one precious thing, his original firefighter's uniform. The look on his face, it's a moment I'll never forget. It's why we do what we do.
We are Paul Davis!
I am Paul Davis, and I am a difference maker.
All right, folks, we're rolling back in here. 9:17 remaining in the contest. Teams are still in timeout. So why don't we go to some scoring updates to see what's going on around the area. Leeds holding on. Let me see if we get a refresh here. Okay, Hewitt-Trussville's holding on 42-0 over Oak Mountain. You know our score. Oxford and Shades Valley, 35-18 respectively. Spain Park within one of Hoover, it's 21-20. McClellan gets his receiver lined up. Osley goes into motion to go out wide. Empty backfield. Here comes Pell City. And that pass is complete. And that's going to net a first down for the Cougars. That is number 16, Kamar Robinson, with the first down. Oh, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. That thing was so far away, I thought it was a first down. It's fourth down, folks. Now, see, I can't let myself get lazy, but that's what happens when you look out of a window and the bar gets in the way of what you're trying to see. Nonetheless, it's 4th and 7 for the Cougars. There's the snap. And that pass is complete to number 83. Well, they called it incomplete. I thought he had it. That was a throw that should have been easily made as he was wide open. Nonetheless, it'll result in a turnover on downs. Pell City's offense will come back out onto the field. So that just lets you know that despite that score you see on the board, Clay-Chalkville has plenty to work on. 8:29 remaining in the contest. Some of the younger players are going to see some time, and Pell City will recognize that. The one thing they're going to try to come away with is some points. But we have a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back.
CDC is reporting that since the year 1999, drug addiction-related deaths in the United States have quadrupled. So this is a huge topic right now. Joining me now is Dr. Emily Lazenby, and she's with MedPlex Inc. So, Dr. Lazenby, what's the biggest thing you want people to know about addiction?
What I'd like people to know is that with opiate dependency, anyone can be affected. We treat men and women from all walks of life, and many of them, when they come to us, feel very ashamed and alone, but there's help. And I think it's so rewarding to be able to take a person that's in a very difficult point in their life and be able to offer them a way to turn things around. Someone you care about needs help, please give us a call at 205-731-9090 or check out our website at medplexinc.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Lillian Lalo with CBS 42.
All right, Pell City looking to make something happen somehow, some way. Ball is loose, and the Cougars are saying they have it. They are celebrating, and the Cougars do have it. So with a short field, the Cougar offense will take it once again, looking to make up for that last drive. And Thompson is in the fourth quarter. They lead Vestavia Hills 21-3. The Warriors, someone will see down the line on September 29th. I make that September 28th. That is a Thursday night game. Number 14 coming in for the Cougars at quarterback, and that is Aaron Fry. Pell City's blowing up the offensive line, but you got a number of different players out there as well. So you got a lot of your younger players getting time on the field. Big Antonio Powell out there. That's number 79. And the Cougars grinding it out. That looked like number 32 carrying the load for Clay-Chalkville, and that is Isaiah Miles. Nice gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Clay-Chalkville. As the clock winds down. Looking at the size of that line that's in there right now, I'd say we're going to be in pretty good shape going forward in the future. And that play is blown dead. Aaron Fry looking to keep it himself. That's a false start against Clay-Chalkville. As a result of the penalty, it'll be 3rd and 11 for the Cougars. And it's fun watching some of these kids that are playing now. As a matter of fact, I've watched them all come up since they were youth league babies and everything else. So it's really fun for me to see them getting time here in varsity action. About 6 minutes remaining in the contest. Hoover continuing to lead Spain Park by 1. And the Cougars are going to go for it. They're going to make sure these guys get as much exercise as they can. They go into motion. Fry back to pass. Looking for somebody open. Doesn't have one. Has a little room still on his feet, and he reaches for the first down. I'm interested to see where the spot is. And that was going to be turned over on downs. Fry almost had it. I know that kid, he does have some speed. Briarwood Christian has extended their lead to 28-10. And we have a timeout on the field, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back. And, I'm looking at that Pell City line. Those are some healthy boys down there. I wouldn't want to try to tackle them on the lunch line or at the local Chick-fil-A. But nonetheless, here we are in the fourth quarter. 5:44 remaining in the contest. Cougars leading 46-0. And this one will go on to the Alabama History of High School Football website as one of the many blowouts that Pell City has succumbed to against the Cougars. Short gain on the play of 2 yards. Couldn't make out what happened in the scrum. I got to give Nikita Gusmatic some credit. I'm telling you, he has been under the gun all night and has stood there and stood up, so kudos to that player. Number 3, Landon Strong, gets the carry for Pell City on that play. Pell City looking to spread it out. Smack looking to have somebody get it. And that's number 3, Landon Strong, with the reception. Don't know if he got enough to get the first. He might just be short, and yep, he's going to be about a yard short of a first down. So this will be a nice test for the youngsters on Clay-Chalkville's defense, getting some time. Now, if you look at all the beef that's up front for Pell City versus the size of our defensive line, can you really blame Pell City for running the ball on this one? I would not be surprised if that is exactly what they do. And there it is, and not a surprise. And he's going to have enough to get the first from what it looks like. Landon Strong, the ball carrier. Number 91 for the Cougars, Marcus Underwood, part of that group that ran him out of bounds. Clock continuing to run. Pell City wanting to make something happen. I can tell you one thing for sure. Rush Probst does not like taking home donuts. And he's going to do whatever he thinks he can to make sure that happens. Gusmatic tries to get the pass off, but that one's going to fall incomplete as he has been pursued by number 44 for Clay-Chalkville, and that is Carson Kimbrough. And that'll bring up second down. Cougar defense getting some penetration through that Pell City front. There's a handoff. Number 3, Strong, the ball carrier once again. And he's going to have enough to move the sticks before going out of bounds. Clock continues to wind itself down. We're at the 49-yard line, just inside of Cougar territory. Pell City looking to keep the momentum up. Strong gets the call once again. Number 33, Isaiah Brown, part of the bottom of that pile for the Cougars. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Pell City. Ball is spotted at the 47-yard line. We're about a minute out from the end of the contest. Pell City looking to put it in the air. Good defense right there. Number 18 for the Cougars, Roderick Alexander. Not only did he stick with him, but he had his head turned back looking for the pass, staying tight to the receiver. Textbook defense. Ball falls incomplete, and that'll bring up third down for Pell City. We are under a minute to play. Cougars thinking maybe one more possession. Pell City throws it way up and out of bounds, and that was going to fall incomplete and bring up fourth down. Clock continues to run, and they run on off to about 43 seconds. Of course, Pell City's going to go for it. This is their last chance to try to put something on the board. Cougars basically going to go into a prevent defense. And he throws it and has it complete to number 5, John David Probst with the reception. And Pell City's actually within field goal range. Now let's see what happens here. You have a timeout on the field, and Pell City's going to take it. I told you, Probst doesn't like to take home donuts. So we're going to see if Clay-Chalkville sends him with a pack of Krispy Kremes or not. This is going to be interesting. We'll be right back.
Swing all the way through going forward and all the way back. Perfect. Good job. There you go. There you go.
Woo, wow.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we got 34 seconds on the clock. Clay looking to preserve the shutout. Pell City looking to get on the board. And Pell City scores. Number 7, Zachary Duncan with the reception. As time winds down, I got to be honest with you, folks, I ain't mad at him. This is a good one for our youngsters to come away with an understanding. Because at the end of the day, that's probably going to be the lesson that comes with this. So Pell City manages to avoid the shutout with 29 seconds left in the game. The only ones that are going to be feeling a little disappointed are the Cougars. That Krispy Kreme truck will not be stopping by the field house Monday morning, or Sunday for that matter. So the usual suspects back deep for the Cougars, including Caden Ferris. being added to the mix. It's a line drive. And that one goes out of bounds somewhere around the 5-yard line. So that ball will come to the 35-yard line. And we'll see what the Cougars do to close the contest. Those youngsters have got to be feeling pretty bitter about getting scored on. But like I said, this is where you take everything and you kind of package it just right, and you learn from it and you build from it. You got to have those moments while you're young, because as you become a senior and a junior, you want to be able to go to and say, hey, these are the lessons that were learned, and this is what we don't want to let happen again. Fry, the ball carrier. Clock continues to run. Cougars looking to get a call from the sideline, and that's going to do it, folks. The Cougars are going to come away with the victory, 46-7, over the Pell City Panthers. We're getting ready to go to credits. I want to thank everybody for watching us tonight. Make sure to hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up. We want to say goodnight to each and every one of you. God bless all of you. We look to see you next week as we take on Pinson Valley. Good night and go Cougars.